This is K.M. Weiland, and you're listening to the 21st episode of the Wordplay Podcast. Life is winding down a little bit after the busyness of the summer and the whirlwind of Behold the Dawn's opening month. I'm trying to make myself relax and enjoy what I know can only be a temporary lull. I finally got around to my long-neglected spring cleaning. I was so busy with edits and promotion earlier this year that less important and less pleasurable things, like dusting and vacuuming, got shoved onto the back burner. But, in the tradition of positive thinking, I'm ignoring my tardiness and just declaring myself early for next year's spring cleaning. My blog tour is ongoing. This week you can find me on the blog of Jeannie Campbell, the character therapist, who's reviewing Behold the Dawn and grilling my characters psychologically. You can also find several interviews, some more excerpts, and 2 book giveaways. More details, including links to all these posts, are in the left column of my blog at wordplay-kmweiland, that's WEILAND.blogspot.com. Meanwhile, please enjoy this week's post. Emotional connection. Punch your readers in the gut. Writing is not only an intellectual endeavor for me, it's also very much a physical one. When I'm onto the right story, the right location, the right situation, the right theme, my body tells me. I feel a surge of excitement in my solar plexus that literally sends the message yes, yes, yes to my brain. I listen to my body. When I feel that surge of excitement, I know I've hit upon the right idea for a scene. If you're trusting your gut reaction, what you're writing, i.e., trusting your body and not listening to the committee in your mind, you'll do fine. Elizabeth George, in Right Away. As one of the most structured forms of art, writing is very much a left-brain pursuit. We put our intellect to work every time we sit down and start thinking about 3-act story arcs, complex versus compound sentences, gerunds and participles, keeping our characters in character, and organizing our subplots. Our desks are cluttered with notes and reminders, our bulletin boards teem with sketches, maps, and timelines, and our filing cabinets are jammed with draft upon draft of our novels. There's a lot to think about in this writing game, so much so that it's almost overwhelming sometimes. However, we have to be careful that we don't let the very important intellectual side of the craft take precedence over the even more important guidance of our primal, instinctive, sheerly emotional gut feelings. As perennial best-selling mystery author Elizabeth George pointed out in the opening paragraph, our emotional, or physical, responses to our own ideas and stories are often the most accurate indication of their value. As much as we want readers to intellectually appreciate the intelligence of our writing, we need them, even more, to react to the underlying pull of the story and its characters with utter unthinking emotion. When you can connect with the mysterious, often unpredictable realm of a reader's emotion, you're likely to hook them not only into reading your story, but also into carrying it with them for the rest of their lives. A story that connects with me emotionally is likely to win my approval, even if it fails on certain structural levels. I'll forgive your plot issues if you make me love your characters and resonate with your themes. So how do you go about creating emotionally resonant stories? It's simple. You create stories with which you resonate. Learn to listen to your body and identify emotional connections and reactions. Whenever I hit on an idea that makes me literally gasp, that makes my lungs collapse, I know I've got something. Even if my body were to let me, that's not a feeling I can afford to ignore. When a story or a character or a theme rips at my heart or fills me with joy, I know I've tapped a powerful emotion. If I can channel that emotion, then I'll likely be able to give readers a similar experience. Will all readers react to my story in the same way I do? Probably not, because not everyone is emotionally stimulated by the same things I am. But, at least, by utilizing what triggers my own genuine emotion, by letting my story punch me in the gut if it has to, I'm allowing readers the opportunity to share that authenticity. My uncle, an internationally recognized motivational speaker, often points out that, if they cry, they buy. Callous as that may be, it's absolutely true. Readers pay attention to their emotions, and so should you. Thank you for listening to the Wordplay Podcast. To read a transcript of this episode, visit me on the web at wordplay-kmweiland, that's WEILAND.blogspot.com, and be sure to listen again next week.